Hi, so I'm doing my homework video this week on context. Um, there's a lot of things that I was thinking of for this, and then I keep rewriting it, but I just need to go with it, and they may wind up being a few different points and not just one. But the biggest one is how this ALL and the Visionary program have really changed the whole context of my life and perspective on life when there's so much negativity and fear and everything in the news, and it's a dismal world out there, right? Is what most people would have you believe, and then you come here, and it's all light and hope and love, and then a lot of realizations and reframing for the context that when the focus is mostly on negative or lower end emotions and not on the higher, then of course it's easy to get overwhelmed and discouraged and depressed um, and just see the world as a place to be survived rather than, as Jonathan and Kirk say, bringing heaven on earth. And so I am reframing the context of my life, and I want to see more heaven on earth, and I want to be a part of that. Lord knows I've been part of the other side for way too long. Um, a whole, like, what is blatantly obvious is how, in the past several months, not even a year, the whole context of people and what side you're on, and this whole virus and vaccine thing. When people watch a lot of news and then they just keep being totally bombarded with it, the fear just grows and grows and grows to where it just it's not deadly for what 0.02%. So I'm not denying it. I know a friend of a friend that was very sick and did pass from it. But I think rather than sitting in a basement or in a house and not going anywhere for a year or more, I'd rather take my chances and live life. But a lot of people have chosen not to. And this whole context, depending on what you watch, you either get that or you get the other extreme with, you know, the world is ending now, and I think I'm somewhere in between. But just, and it depends on what people watch, what we fill our minds with. And I think it's so important to look at where we spend our time, what we're putting in ourselves. And I equate my context of growing up in a negative world and negative environment with glimmers of hope here and there. And those glimmers of hope and heaven are what's supposed to be normal. And so it does really piss me off that I've missed out on a lot of life, but now I'm seeing that all that self-judgment and all that negativity, that the light is shining, and it's my ego that I have to get out of the way, um, and just keep trying to allow myself to have breakthroughs. And it really struck me also, and Kurt said that fear, people can't be love, and you just can't when you're living in fear. And I've lived too much of my life in fear. And so, context to me, to summarize, means reframing. And I've been seeing all kinds of things that just look different now. And it's going to be my first Christmas trying to reframe my context and with my kids. And I've learned some ways to where I can show acceptance without taking responsibility that belongs to them, really. For their lives, and it's going to be very interesting. And I love the bottom line with context is the divine connection, then everything falls into alignment when we are focused on that. And that's the number one thing to focus on. So, and that's exciting to focus on divine connection and all the good stuff, rather than my focus at first was trying to face my past and look through all this and get to the root of everything. And now I get that, but that was my focus, because my focus has been on problem solving all my life. And now my focus is on the divine connection. And then when something comes up that gets in the way of that, then we'll deal with that.